Dude, I could have sworn I had like a whole bunch of hair up here. Where the hell did it go? Just fooling around. What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Cleveland Cavaliers live stream as it's officially that time of year again. The NBA schedule has officially been released for the 2025-26 season, and it's going to look very different than the last couple years because for the first time in a long time, there will be no NBA games on TNT. Nope, not anymore. And the best part is, come opening week, we're going to hear the lovely jingle of Round Ball Rock. You know? Yeah, that lovely jingle is officially back. NBA on NBC. It's going to be awesome. But not only that, but as you see by the view guide here, Sunday, you will have games on ABC and NBC. Mondays will be Peacock. These are just national games, by the way. Not every game. Like, of course, you know, your team's gonna still be on the local regional networks. But yeah, Monday national games on Peacock, Tuesday NBC, Wednesday ESPN, like always. Thursday Prime Video. Fridays Prime and ESPN, and then Saturdays will be Prime and ABC. Now they actually do have a certain way that they're going to do it. All season long, you're going to have, I think, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, I think it is. I believe there's actually a tweet that was sent out talking about like how things are structured when it comes to that stuff. Here it is. Yeah, from the NBA Communications Twitter page. Season long national games. Monday, Peacock. Tuesday, NBC Peacock. Wednesday, ESPN. And Friday, Prime Video. That's all season long. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now, starting mid season, Thursday, Prime Video national games. Saturday, ABC, ESPN, and Prime. And then Sunday, ABC, ESPN, and NBC Peacock. That's how it'll go, starting mid-season. Mainly because they don't want to compete with NFL. Yeah. That's the last thing you want, especially because NBC does NFL games too. And NCAA on Saturdays. So once that's all done, then the NBA will shift most of their stuff to NBC and then, you know, ABC, ESPN, and stuff. It's going to be fun. Oh, yeah. Now, one other thing, Rivals Week. Yeah. Rivals Week games were officially announced. And the Cavs are actually going to be featured again. I don't know if they were featured last year. But yeah, here's the NBA Rivals Week schedule. The Cavs do face the Hornets on the 21st. So, okay. I didn't even know we were rivals with the Hornets, but okay, I guess. You see also they have Texas going at it, Houston and San Antonio, Denver Lakers, and then they got the Cavs Hornets. All right. Thunder Bucks. Okay. Cool. Warriors Mavericks on Prime. That means if Rocha and Josh and them want to do that game, they got to get Prime Video for that one. Okay. I wonder if it'll also be on the regional networks too. We'll have to wait and see. And then of course you have Battle of LA on Prime as well. And then Rockets, Pistons, Prime, Pacers, Thunder on Prime. And then on Saturday, January 24th, Knicks, Sixers, Warriors, Wolves, Lakers, Mavs. So that's rivalry week, pretty much. It's crazy how the Lakers have 3, Warriors have 2, the Thunder have 2, and the Cavs have 1. Mavs have 2. Like Thunder, Rockets have 2. Yeah, they're trying to push agendas. Okay. Let's see what it is. Okay. Now let's get into the part that you guys were waiting for. The Cavaliers 2025 schedule. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move myself over to here to the side, and I'm going to pull up our schedule here. All right, so here we are. Oh, hang on. Gotta get myself in front of the schedule. There we go. All right. So here's a look at the schedule. Obviously, opening night, I've talked about this before. We face the Knicks. Of course, right? That's on ESPN. 2 nights later, they go to Brooklyn. Home opener, Sunday, October 26th, 6 p.m. against the Bucks. Ooh. Doubleheader that day? Ooh. Let me see here. I'm pretty sure the Browns play that day. I think. What if that's our bye week? Oh, that'd be so clutch. Hang on. Gotta look at the Browns schedule here, guys. Home opener on a Sunday. That means that the Browns play at home that day. People can just go right from the Browns game to the Bucks game, to the Cavs. That's clutch as hell if that's the case. If it's at home. If not, then it is what it is. What scares me is what if the Browns play a 4? What do I do? All right, so while I wait on that, that's our one home game right now, and then next night they're in Detroit, so that's fun. All right, so here we go, October 26th. Okay, so they play at 1 against the Patriots. Okay, so doubleheader that day then. All right then. How about that, huh? Little doubleheader action. Hey yo, what's up, Jacob? There's probably going to be quite a few doubleheaders on this channel between Cavs and Browns, but we'll see. Sunday, of course, and then Monday on Peacock. All right. And then Wednesday, the 29th, against the Celtics on the road. So, wow. First real week of action, and we have 1 home game. All right. After that, again, ESPN against the Celtics on 29th. Halloween night, 7:30 at home against the Raptors. Ooh. And the group game for the NBA Cup. Ooh, ah. Scary. Ooh. Oh boy. No, actually, they do. Hey, yo. That's right. They do play on my birthday. Ah, that's right. First game of the freaking year is on my birthday. Isn't that crazy? Opening night for the Cavs is on my birthday on ESPN. That's right, because I said, imagine that kind of that kind of birthday present, right? Beating the hell out of the Knicks. So then you got October 29th, October 31st. Then they play November 2nd at home. So you see, nice little home stand here. In fact, they have 3 straight home games: the 31st, the 2nd, and then the 5th against the Sixers. Raptors, Hawks, and Sixers all at home. 3 straight. And you see, none of them are on national TV. One group cup game. Group game, yeah. NBA Cup. Okay. Then you have another NBA Cup game against the Wizards on November 7th on the road. And then you got November 8th, the next night, against the Bulls. November 10th on the road in Miami. And then you play them again on the road in Miami again. Really, NBA? 2 games in Miami in 3 days? Man, they're trying to test the legitimacy of that Miami flu thing, right? They're like, the Cavs whooped their ass last year in the playoffs. So they're trying to put it to the test this time around. All right. Okay. Both on the road, too. And then, oh my God. Oh, God, the NBA is trying to freaking make us look like idiots, dude. Going from Miami back home to face Toronto the very next night. These guys are not serious. And then the 15th at home against the Grizzlies. And then again, home against the Bucks on Peacock, November 17th. November 19th against the Rockets at home. Damn, big ass homestand against the Pacers Cup game on Prime. Talked about that one before. And then their homestand it ends with the Clippers on November 23rd. So they are literally at home for 10 whole days. That's what, 5, 6 home games? Damn. Then they're back on the road facing the Raptors on Peacock, November 24th. So back to back again. 28th, another cup game again, group stage game against the Hawks, the 28th. I think that's the last one, too. November 30th, they have the Celtics at home. December 1st, they have the Pacers. December 3rd, home against the Blazers. December 5th, against the Spurs. The next night, another homestand. Sheesh. 3 straight home games here. December 6th against the Warriors. And then, of course, you have that break during the elimination stage of the NBA Cup. If the Cavs get through the group stage, then they'll have a couple games in that elimination stage. So, yeah, they'll be back on December 17th on the road in Chicago. Then 2 nights later, they're back against the Bulls at home. And then December 22nd against the Hornets. I believe that's Rivals Week. No, it's not Rivals Week. No. Against the Hornets on Peacock. December 23rd at home against the Pelicans. The 25th, Christmas, of course, against the Knicks. 2 nights later against the Rockets on the road. Then they go to San Antonio for NBC Peacock. December 31st, New Year's night, 3:30 against the Suns at home. January 2nd against the Nuggets at home. January 4th against the Pistons at home. January 6th, Pacers. January 8th, and then the 10th against the Timberwolves, away at home and away, or an away and home, whatever. That game on the 10th is on Prime Video. January 12th against the Jazz at home. Then they got the Sixers on ESPN on the 14th of January. Then the 16th in Philly again. So again, just like what they did with Miami, back to back on the road, or not a back to back, 2 games in 3 nights in the same city. Interesting. Interesting for sure. Mm-hmm. Thunder, January 19th, MLK Day on NBC at home. January 21st, Rivals Week against the Hornets. Again, I didn't think we were rivals with them, but okay. You will have the Ball brothers possibly facing off here if they're both healthy at this point. We all know LaMelo and Lonzo have had trouble staying healthy the last couple years. But let's be honest, if they are healthy, I think that matchup would be Showtime. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you know it would be. The 23rd against the Kings at home. Then they have the Magic again the next night, 24th. And then the 26th against the Magic again on Peacock. Then you have the one, possibly the last ever game for LeBron James at Rocket Arena with the Lakers, January 28th. People seem to think LeBron's retiring after this year. On ESPN, of course. You know damn well I'll be live for that game. I have to be. Yep. What's the saying? Come hell or high water, I will be live for this game. 100%. Yep. I will try my hardest to be live for this game. Possibly LeBron's last ever appearance. Oh, but Crazy Dog, what if he plays another year and signs with the Cavs? Well, then hallelujah. Let's get it. But as far as we know, the vibe is this could be LeBron's last year. But they've been saying that the last couple of years, so it's hard to say what he's going to do. Then January 30th, they have the Suns. And then February 1st, the Blazers. February 4th against the Clippers. The 7th against the Kings. The 9th against the Nuggets. So there's a West Coast trip there. February 11th, they face the Wizards. February 19th, at home against the Nets. February 20th against the Hornets, so back to back. The 22nd on ABC against the Thunder at 1 p.m. Wow. Interesting. I don't think there's a specialty around in that game. Okay. Wow, okay. And then February 24th on NBC against the Knicks at home. February 25th on the road against the Bucks. The 27th against the Pistons on ESPN on the road, so another road trip. March 1st against the Nets, 3:30 on the road. March 3rd against the Pistons at home. And then another home game against the Celtics. Next night against the Sixers. The Celtics game's on the ABC at 1 o'clock on Sunday, March 8th. By this time, there's no more football, so that's why they can do that. Because you know damn well they would never play a 1 o'clock game during football season. No. Nobody would watch. They're not that stupid. March 9th, the next night against the Sixers. Wednesday, March 11th against the Magic on ESPN. The 13th and the 15th against the Mavericks away and home, back to back opponent, but off day in between. At least they're courteous. Give the Mavericks a chance to get into town and get settled. That's cool. Cooper Flag. Cooper Flags. 2 matches against us back to back. How about that? Wow. And then you got the Bucks on the 17th of March. March 19th against the Bulls on the road. The Bucks game's on Peacock and NBC. And then Saturday, March 21st against the Pelicans. March 24th back at home against the Magic. March 25th against the Heat. That Magic game again on NBC Peacock. Again, they do the Heat thing again. Same team, but this time it's at home. Same situation. The same team, 2 games in 3 days, same spot. So essentially, we faced the Heat in 2 back-to-backs. That's weird how they did that. Why did that this year? Limit travel or something? That's interesting. I guess they just want teams bopping around. Interesting. And then we have the Jazz March 30th. Lakers March 31st. Oh, back to back. Oh, God. From Utah to Los Angeles. Okay. This is probably the other West Coast trip. Yeah. March 31st. April 2nd against the Warriors. God, we got them late as hell in the season. Jeez. That is late as hell. Little mini, was it 3-game West Coast trip there. Then we're back home to face the Pacers April 5th. The next night in Memphis. April 8th against the Hawks. April 10th against the Hawks. Any national games? Oh, yeah, Prime Video against the Warriors, April 2nd. Prime Video against the Hawks, April 10th. April 12th, we end the season against the Wizards. Now, again, all expectations are that, we have a 6 p.m. game. That's weird. Why they did that? But they usually have like the last game of the season at like 1 p.m. You would think they would, right? Because for playoff implications? Huh, that's interesting. They got us playing at 6 p.m. then that day. Huh. You know what? I'm going to check ESPN real quick. So that's our schedule. I want to see ESPN. See that real quick. The last day of the season, April 12th. That is weird. Playing at 6 p.m. against the Wizards? Wow. They must figure, well, the Cavs are going to be so damn good, they don't even have to worry about what's going on. Because usually, in years past, for the last game of the season, they would have had everybody on the East Coast playing at 1 and on the West Coast playing at like 3. So, for playoff implications. But they got us playing at 6. At least that's probably going to change. I don't think that's legit. I think that's probably going to change. That is so weird. All right. I don't know why ESPN wants to troll me right now, but okay. It is. It's going to troll. Okay. Awesome. I'm going to try to get Cavs Lakers tickets soon. I need to see Bron in person. That's fun. Hopefully, I'm going to that game to see Brown play. Yeah, that the tickets to that game are going to be insanely expensive. Well, what a diving catch by the Jays on that game! My God, they just beat the no, the Jays just beat the Cubs. So I know Dashy's gonna love that. It's so funny though because the Brewers and the Cubs are like up here, and the Reds are like down there with everybody else. All right, so let's take a look. April 14th. Okay, I think it's April 16th, right? April 14th. Oh, they have it different this year. It's not 1 and 3. This year, it's 6 and 8:30. Huh. Wonder why they decided to push it back like that this year. So yeah, the East teams are playing at 6. The West teams are playing at 8:30. And if this so happen, Roach or Sports Fury dudes are watching, or if they peek at the schedule, the Warriors play against. Oh, they have to play the Clippers again. Wow, wow. Clippers and the Warriors. Lakers play Utah. Okay. All right, so that is pretty much it. I don't think there's any games on the 13th, is there? No, because then you get into playoffs. All right, all right, but yeah, I had me some lunch earlier. Tell you one thing, KFC really hits the spot when they do it right. Wow. By the way, in case you have not heard, this isn't regarding the Cavs, but this is involving the Browns. Quinn Judkins, remember earlier this summer he got arrested in Florida for apparently beating this girl he was with? Well, they apparently are not going through with the case. Prosecutors are saying we're not continuing with this case. And this is interesting because the decision, according to Andy Slater, was based off of factors including late reporting of the alleged incident, because she took like a couple days to report it, no surveillance video, and no independent witnesses. Also, the state attorney says there were no videos seen during the same time frame that didn't show the victim with injuries. I mean, the NFL could still suspend him, but he's not going to go to jail. Second freaking year in a row, the Buckeyes have had someone go through this. The Browns and Buckeyes, I should say. Michael Hall last year, Crenshaw this year. All right. What was this thing I saw about Isaiah Bond? Let me look him up here. Former Texas receiver. He was like a okay. So J.D. Miles. Oh, from Adam Schefter. The sexual assault case against, or the SA case, I guess, against former Texas wide receiver Isaiah Bond has been no billed, and he faces no further criminal charges. Wow. Hmm. Okay. I wonder how long it'll take for him to sign with somebody. Browns, you found your new receiver. How long until someone says that? someone can get a first, second round receiver for free. Someone said no build. You mean dollar build? That's funny. Oh, he's a brown. Everybody in the comments saying, "Oh, sign him, sign him, sign him." That's funny. He's a Brown because Andrew Berry loves those guys with that background. He loves dudes like that. It's his kink. He loves dudes that have had run-ins with the law. I mean, he likes guys with second chances. I mean, look at Deshaun. What's this now? Okay. No bill. Interesting. So yeah, we'll see how long it takes Quinshawn to sign his contract. I bet you that'll be soon. And then Isaiah Bond apparently is getting off scot-free too. We'll see where he goes. I could see him going to freaking Kansas City. 100%. I mean, if the Browns were to take a chance, I wouldn't be completely mad about it. Because it's fucking clear Andrew Berry doesn't give a damn about our perception. He don't give a damn. As long as you're good, he'll do whatever. Judkins joining the Browns. My God. That's funny. People just love the, meme culture is hilarious these days. I'll tell you what. All right, guys. So with that being said, I'm gonna head out, and I will see you all later on the night. Move myself in the middle of the screen there. Call myself the center of attention. Ah. But yeah, I'll be live a little bit later tonight for the series recap against the Marlins, and then I'll be live tomorrow for the first game against the Braves. Yeah. So that's really all I got. Have a good rest of your day. And Cavs basketball is almost here again. Ooh-wee. Okay. Bye, guys. See you later. I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Cavs. And I'm out. Bye-bye. Yeah. Oh, yeah.